Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. If I throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing! If I throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Good morning and welcome. It is another disgraceful day in our country. Andrew Holness once again will take the oath to defend and protect our Constitution, that which this Prime Minister over a period of 9 years has continued to violate, including our fundamental rights. Isn't it a disgraceful day that this Prime Minister, through fraud, has imposed himself once again on the Jamaican people? Of course, respecting the results does not mean you cannot criticize how we got to where we are this morning. But I think it is a disgraceful day to see Andrew Holness once again take the oath to protect and defend that which he has proven he has absolutely not one thread of respect for. Good morning and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. You have not seen me in a few days, haven't you? To my community of parity and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning, Tuesday, Andrew's Day. Well, I won't give him the glory of rebroadcasting Andrew Holness this evening. I shan't be doing that because it's a prime minister that will take the oath in disgrace. And I, for one, shan't be a part of it this evening. But globally, the reason why you never see me Sunday and yesterday, I became unwell on Saturday as a consequence of dehydration. Because rain are falling in Britain for 1 week, and if sun don't hot, I have a water problem where I really cannot tolerate water much, and that caused dehydration and dangerously dipped my blood pressure. So I was unwell on Saturday. Came back around Sunday, so on, but I just needed to take the extra time to chill. But never mind. We continue to move on. I want to get... Oh, I posted a video about this yesterday. This is a child neglect case that caused a child to die, baby Victoria. This case goes all the way up to the royal family. This lady of nobility, Lady Constance Morton, and her convicted felon of a boyfriend, they had 4 previous children which were taken into care by social services. And the 5th, in a bid to conceal the birth, the pregnancy, the birth, and everything, they went on a run with the baby and end up camping in a tent, and the baby possibly died from hypothermia. So it was something that caused a nationwide manhunt in 2023. So the case came to an end yesterday. They were sentenced for 14 years each. But Lady Constance Morton here, her grandmother was the goddaughter of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen's mother. That's Elizabeth II's mother. And her father was a page boy in Queen Elizabeth II wedding. So they're well connected to the royal family, very rich, noble people. But since her relationship with her convicted felon, of a partner, she became estranged from the family, and it all went downhill. But move on to an issue where I think you all are going to have problem with me. But that's the view that I hold. Andrew Holness is the chair for CARICOM, is he not? Morning, everybody. Sorry, I don't know roll call, but later on. Morning. One big good morning to everybody. Andrew Holness is the chair of CARICOM, is he not? And ever since this escalation of Trump's oil war on Venezuela, which a CARICOM member has intervened, a CARICOM member has intervened, want to become a launch pad to give space to America to attack Venezuela. We have not heard anything from the head of CARICOM with this intervention. Nothing at all from CARICOM with this intervention. Well, isn't Jamaica chairing CARICOM at the moment? And with this dangerous escalation within our hemisphere, where bombs are about to be dropping on Venezuela, and Trinidad and Tobago is giving themselves to America, said, use us for your oil exploration. We heard nothing, not a word from CARICOM on the matter. So my view on this, my view on this is that Venezuela should bomb the living shit out of Trinidad and Tobago. Because if Trinidad and Tobago is going to declare war on Venezuela, it's going to join in with America to launch an attack on Venezuela purely for oil, while Trump is massacring, killing fishermen in the Caribbean waters, and not a word from CARICOM and Trump behavior in the water, not a word from the head of CARICOM on Trinidad's intervention into Trump oil war. I wonder if he will have anything to say today on the matter after he is sworn in as Prime Minister and resumes the chair for the head of CARICOM. I just wonder. But for Venezuela to be, for Trinidad to be inviting America to come carry out their killing within our hemisphere, I think Venezuela should start bombing the living daylight out of Trinidad. So that make sure mash up over there so the American them don't get to come put down them thing over there to attack you. That's a war go, isn't it? You, Trinidad, you should look at America's track records with allies. You see America just, Donald Trump just got diamond, pearls, rubies, gold, and a $4 million Boeing airplane from the king of Qatar the other day when him got there. And it was the same Donald Trump who gave Israel the green light to bomb them. So this ally where I seek with America, Miss Lady, what's your other your name? Just look at the track record of how America cheat their allies, especially under an unhinged, unstable, decrepit, never know what he's going to say until he open his mouth, president. And you think Trinidad and Tobago should get into America's war? When Trinidad and Tobago have so much problem with drugs and violent that they can't deal with, and you want to get into America's war to do what in Venezuela? Hmm? Venezuela should start bombing the living daylight out of you. Since as you invite Trump to come use you to launch an attack on Venezuela, then Venezuela should mash it up before Trump get the opportunity to use it. Put yourself in a danger, danger will come to you. Why is Trinidad and Tobago getting into this? Hmm? Why is Trinidad and Tobago getting into this? And we have not heard a word from the chair of CARICOM. Jamaica is chairing CARICOM, are they not? And to say this, Prime Minister, over 50 people killed by Haitian gangs, as the news have it. And some of their bodies were eaten by dog. Can you give us an update, Prime Minister, on our women and our men? I believe, I remember if no woman did in the batch, that was sent to Haiti, because we have no update on their progress over there. Jamaica, have you heard anything? Hmm? Have you heard any progress report from our personnel that was sent on America's behalf to Haiti to fight America's war? Hmm? The chair of CARICOM is very silent on a dangerous matter that is escalating in the Caribbean. Hmm? Why Andrew Holness choose to use silence to deal with all the major and important issues that will affect us? If this come to Venezuela, don't bother feel say the Caribbean is safe. Given the relationship we have with China, which is one of the reasons Trump is on a tirade, a mad tirade, one must add. Don't think we are safe from America's rant and tirade. Oil is found within our belt as well. America is an oil whore. Why is Trinidad and Tobago getting into this? What does this have to do with Trinidad and Tobago? You can't even refine your own oil or whatever anymore. Shouldn't that be what Trinidad and Tobago is looking about? Any sensible person or leader in this world can align themselves to Donald Trump. It tells you the type of leader they are. It tells you the type of leader they are. They are as business transactional as Donald Trump. They are not about leading in the interests of the people. They are about making business transaction. In Donald Trump's case, Donald Trump, whether he being good one time or not, Donald Trump is not capable of making decisions anymore. I mean, it's plain to see, is it not? It's what comes out of his mouth when his mouth opens. The other problem is whether his ear heard what his mouth said. So any sensible world leader aligning themselves to Donald Trump, you see their direction clearly. But Andrew Holness, the chair of CARICOM, is too silent on a dangerous matter escalating within our region. Remember, Andrew Holness, even though, like some other people who declare Juan Guaido as the Venezuelan interim president in that scuffle with Trump and Maduro in Trump's first term. You remember Andrew Holness took a decision whenever benefit we, the people of Jamaica. Andrew Holness voted along with Trump on this matter, even though he did not declare Juan Guaido as the president. He took a decision aligning with Donald Trump. Now Donald Trump is back and he's at Venezuela again. This time he's mustering for war. A CARICOM member has become involved in the escalation, and CARICOM is silent on the matter. So why do we have these organizations if they have no meaning or no voice? It's about time we put an end to these talking shop. These talking shop and these fancy dinners and these useless press conferences that gives us absolutely no information. And any decision that any of these crooked leaders are taking in our interests. But for those of you who recognize our Prime Minister this evening when he swears in, you must ask him the question, what journalists in Jamaica, prostitute of our country, the Prostitute Association of Jamaica, can you not ask the Prime Minister his views on the dangerous escalation within our region, the intervention of a CARICOM member into what could be a dangerous war? Have they not heard that China has warned America do not? Because China have invested an awful lot amount in Venezuela. And we hear nothing, not a word from Andrew Holness. So if Trump asks for Jamaica airspace, Andrew can't say no, can he? This is something where Trump will jug Venezuela and the rest of the Caribbean into, Trump will jug into Venezuela at it. But be careful, Trinidad. This useless president or whatever them have in Trinidad, woman, be careful. I don't know why you can't see that your dangerous rhetoric is putting your people at risk. America will not come to your defense. You're not Israel, and you'll never be. America don't have undying loyalty to nobody else but Israel. Not even to Britain, their mother. They do not have that undying loyalty. Yes, Ladybug, me run come on little early because I say sun come out in Britain today. 8 straight days rain a fall in Britain for. Yesterday we have a freak storm of sunshine, breeze, and rain all in one. So me decide to say me go to do today cause 1 week now. Me back up in the house I hide from rain. So that's why me jump on early this morning. Matter control, we're in World War III. A lot of people don't recognize, or they're waiting until Europe and America is destroyed, because those will be the major people having the blowback of a world war, even though you hear them are going, Russia and China is going to outdo them. On the other hand, you have dangerous escalation also in Europe here, where whether it be Russia sending drones into Poland and Romania deliberately, or is it a theory that they say that the Ukrainian have a system where they can take control of Russian drones and divert them? That is also a dangerous NATO escalation happening within Europe here as well. But we don't need Trump bullshit in the Caribbean. And we don't need Caribbean leader to be harboring Donald Trump's bullshit. Instanani, how you do? We don't need no Caribbean leader to be harboring or promoting Trump's bullshit in our region. So we're asking Andrew Holness to give us, let us know what Jamaica position is, and if CARICOM has a position. This is a war that will affect all of us. You think it's not going to affect us even if bombs are not dropping on us? What about displacement and refugee across the region? Please ask Andrew Holness when he's swearing this evening, what is your position, Andrew Holness, on the escalation between America and Venezuela? And what are your position and Trinidad and Tobago inviting America to use them as a launch pad to attack Venezuela? This is dangerous, my people. Both in Europe and our hemisphere, danger is escalating at the moment, but the leaders are silent. The leaders are silent on a dangerous matter that why you don't go call Navy what's it, me not even release a comment for nobody see it. Why you don't go call the all of the press them where report pan it propaganda? Why not love come on my platform? I don't know, so I don't invited done labor rights. Because on we cut off on the nose for spite on the face, but we not prepare for it. We are not prepared to cut off with nose for spite with face. The fact that you don't understand what is happening in the geopolitical spheres, I can't help you. I cannot help you if you don't understand what is going on, or you don't understand the danger that is coming to the region. You know, say Trump a killer fisherman within that waters. Haven't you seen twice now? The first boat was 11 fishermen he murdered. And him do it again. And you don't think that is something of a concern? That Trump must walk around with impunity and shoot fishermen within our waters under the pretense that they're drug dealers? Don't you think that is very serious? Someone who live a right for children. When you don't hear people talk, and when you don't hear people are all, on a useless leader, on a silent mouth leader to account, on a must chill. On a way stand up for two. Why you choose a leader if you don't want to know his position? Why you choose a leader if you don't want him to make decision within your interest? On a must chill. Sometimes on a must learn. Dangers are surround with Europe or in the South America and the Caribbean. Can't you see the danger? Under the behest of America, Israel have bombed about 5 countries in the last week. Tunisia, Doha, Yemen, And what else? Don't you see the dangerous escalation? Don't you see Andrew Holness's alignment with the Israeli? Haven't you heard of Trinidad getting involved in American Venezuela? Galangin? Labor rights not chill. Uno chill. Uno can't expect if we just stand up so and watch the country just tip over so. Listen, in most countries, you heard about Nepal, haven't you? Or you have seen the images coming out of Nepal, haven't you? Andrew Holness did the same thing and got the fuck away with it. Raise politicians' salary by hundreds of percent. You saw what the young people did to Nepal, haven't you? When Kenya brought a bill to parliament to put more tax on the younger generation, you saw what happened in Kenya, didn't you? Andrew Holness did it, and it just, it's because you're undereducated. It's because you're not in tune with anything. You do not understand governance. In many countries, this election would have caused a riot. It's only because Jamaicans are docile why they accept the result. In many countries, there would be demonstration. You all are too docile. You all are too undereducated. You all are too backwards. You all are too licky. You all are too handout beggars. So because of that, you cannot stand up. Because if I stand up against them, I can't go and beg them. Get out of that. And let us stand up for something in Jamaica. You saw right across Africa what young people are doing because leaders are making bad decisions. Leaders are making bad decisions. Where was the free and fair election results? Where was the free and fair election results? An election that the government used taxpayers' money to coerce and buy? Oh, never mind. Labor rights will never learn. They are labor rights, aren't they? If Andrew Holness says jump, they will say set the bar higher, Prime Minister. Because as Cantono, nobody knows to hold Andrew Holness to account. And Ono don't say anything wrong with what the Prime Minister is doing or any of the decision the Prime Minister is taking. Nothing is wrong with the Prime Minister's credibility. Nothing is wrong with the Prime Minister's bloated wealth, which he cannot account for. Nothing is wrong with Andrew Holness violating the Constitution, having court rulings after court rulings after court rulings. Nothing is wrong. Nothing. And this is why Andrew Holness could have ruled with impunity for 5 years, even though that impunity has come to an end. No wonder why the Prime Minister is so silent. He has lost so much power. So much power the Prime Minister has lost. The Prime Minister cannot bring back his wife as head of the legislature. Oh no. Ought not to bring back the criminal Dalrymple either as head of the legislature. The Prime Minister can no longer come to Parliament and pass a law in the dead of night in one simple sitting in Parliament. Oh no, he has lost those powers. What your Prime Minister from today after swearing onwards will have to do, will have to go by the black letters of the Constitution. Not by Andrew words, set thy mouth. No, not so. Because there are people there to force him to follow the rules, labor rights. There are people there who will hold his feet firmly to the fire. But you know, sister, the Prime Minister not happy. Prime Minister case will come up next month. Rural Reid, him wife, him daughter, Kim Pinnock case will come up next month. You know, sister, Bangarang coming for the government. The economy, nah, go on all you hear them a jump and hoot and shoot. To go collapse right pan Andrew Holness. The macro economy where the Prime Minister fix will be falling down right on top of the Prime Minister. Integrity reports to come. A Prime Minister who, for the foregoing, his statutory declaration won't be able to be certified. Dr. Campbell is back in Parliament. Damien Campbell is back in Parliament. Dr. Dawes is there. Isaac Buchanan is there. Richard Azan is there. Peter Bunting is back there. Do you understand the frustration of the Prime Minister? Even though winning an election, a third term, may I add, do you understand the frustration of the Prime Minister? I see a lot of things floating around of the Prime Minister's cabinet. I'm still waiting to see what the Prime Minister will come up with, because this speaks to the non-talent. If what is proposed is through Andrew Holness, it shows the crepidness and the docility of the people around you. That there's no, you don't have nobody for change, for do nothing. Even when 93% of the nation do not have confidence in Dr. Chang, can't change him. Where I go change favor, Alpha? Don't know. Chris Tufton, after killing 15,000 of us per year, you still have come back with the same Tufton. I mean, now that you're going to have Dr. Dawson as an opposition for him, one would have thought Andrew would be sensible enough to say, oh, let me put somebody in that position who will know what they're talking about, so they can be a robust pushback for a Dr. Dawes. I mean, Darrell Vaz cannot account for 1.4 billion, but he's back. He's back at the same thing. That shows that there's no talent in the people's in the Jamaica Labour Party, rather. No, absolutely no talent. Year go, year come, is the same thing them. You have, I do the same old failure. Why? How do you think any of these people will improve in 5 years, Prime Minister? Because you admitted, did you not, just before the last general election, or somewhere around late last year, I think, that some of the people around you have not performed. It was a result of why you lost 14 of them. Why do you think in 5 years, these same people who's been at the helm of the decrepitness is going to make a sudden turnaround? No new talent, Prime Minister. But may I wait to see when you put out your new cabinet, what it is going to be. Because if I the same old them prime minister, it's going to be the same old, isn't it? And the same old I go come up. I want the thief in the Royal Read there. Yeah, the thief in the Royal Read. Imagine our schools across the country where some of them open with the shambled infrastructure that some of them are damaged from burial that has not been properly attended to. Imagine the money stolen by Grace McLean and Royal Reid, who is about to go on trial with his entire family. Imagine those money were invested into our education system rather than the big hair war. Because if the people of Jamaica, the big hair war, what we have on social media now, over our children here, imagine we had that war over our infrastructure and the improvement of our curriculum. But we always nitpick, you see, as Jamaicans. We can't see the big picture. We just nitpick here and there. Want to know on the big picture? Big picture. When it comes to Jamaican, big picture, no anything, it's just the nitpicking. I don't understand. I never stop to think why we're so stagnant as a people. Do you ever stop to wonder why we're so stagnant as a people? Because we fail to look at the big picture. And then we nitpick over children here, while labor rights would come over here to defend Royal Reid. They will come to defend Pinnock. They'll come to defend Grace McLean. And all of these people who have drained our education budget, and our children are suffering, our children, our teachers are suffering the consequences of lack of resources. But when we talk, we are propagandists. This government is going into its third term, and the Auditor General is still waiting for appropriations account to the tune of $3 trillion that this government cannot yet account to us how that $3 trillion have been spent. Let me take a quick break, please. Labor rights, wanna wake up. Me beg you, wake on, cannot sleep for so long.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make up what I seen to make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make
Thank you very much and welcome back. Miss Natalie Samuda, and Mr. Adam Stewart. Good morning, Honodo. The top brasses of what's you call it, The Observer. Good morning. Is there a reason why everybody, barring Ono, is carrying this story, the Gleaner, CVM, so on, so forth, but me can't find anywhere, or I might have mistaken it or have overlooked it, but can't see anywhere where the Observer is carrying this story of this journalist home who has been raided as a part of a massive money laundering scam in our country. It is said, though, the Observer, it's your financial reporter or whatever he is. Is there a reason why the Observer is not carrying this story? And I wonder if this story have any tentacles that may reach far and wide, where we'd see what will really hops up out of it. But I find it weird that the Observer not carrying such a story. Observer. I think the common trick people, I didn't tell him that he meant to pay the increase of minimum wage over. Ransford McLean, you see that increase in minimum wages the Prime Minister is talking about? You see, even if Jamaican people get it, which the Prime Minister will string them out to use that as a hike for his fourth term, he's not going to raise it, even though he's going to do it incrementally, I think the word is. But the increments in the first 3 or 4 years, I can almost tell you will be drip, drip, drip. Then coming up to the election 29, 2030, if we haven't got a snap one before that, he will bloat the minimum wage to use it as a campaign strategy. So the Prime Minister used one stone. Producers, they just... The Prime Minister used one stone to kill two birds. You not say the thing Andrew Holness not play on. Look how me I go use one promise, said the Prime Minister, and win 2 elections. I think Andrew Holness don't know office string and all along. If it's one thing about Andrew Holness, he understands how to play the psyche of the Jamaican people. He understands that. You have to give that to him. He knows how to dip into your psyche. Because, boy, someone in a wonderland, as to when ever go back ashore, is another matter. But Claude Sinclair Big Stone, there's an appeal. Some of you might be aware from social media posts. He is battling, I think, for stage 4 cancer, and he's at University Hospital, and there is a blood donation appeal for him. So if you are able to, you can go to your nearest hospital and give his name, Claude Sinclair, and let them know that you're donating blood for Claude Sinclair. So if you can assist, it is a life-saving effort. Please make sure you do. That you can do at your nearest hospital by giving his name, Claude Sinclair. A video I came across I want to bring to your attention, because many of us Jamaicans traveling through our airport can really attest to that. Don't tell Mr. The oil video coming. Many of us traveling through our airports in Jamaica can really attest to this atrocity from airport officials. It's like a scamming ring at our airports, going and coming. There is always somebody there trying to get a buck off.
So this,
And if they have to use illegal tactics to do it, oh, they certainly will. Listen to this video, because many of us as Jamaicans can identify with the information is in this video, or can attest to some illegal behavior carried out on us by rather be immigrant, mainly customs. Mainly customs, or the people at the customer service desk when you are departing. Somebody always a try to scam we.
so this email is for Jamaica Customs. I'm going to put on the email all the information. Jamaica Customs, Norman Manley International Airport. So I had somebody come in on Friday, September 12th, from Winnipeg. It's coming from Canada. And they arrived at 2:30 flight in Kingston, Norman Manley International Airport. And I want to ask the Commissioner of Customs to look into this matter, because I'm going to come out there and I'm going to come to the office and I'm going to find out if this is really the system out there. So the young fellow, 21, came into the airport in Norman Manley, and the green line was full. So he's not a professional traveler, but he saw the red line, so he went over to the red line. Bearing in mind, it is for customs officer to be helping people, especially your own Jamaicans that coming in that live in Jamaica, not abusing them or taking advantage of them. Because I want to know this gentleman, this custom officer, I won't call a name because I don't have the name yet, but he works at the Norman Manley International Airport. This was a flight coming from Winnipeg on Friday, September 12th, just Friday gone, 2:30 it landed. And this, my friend, my gentleman, young chap, went to customs. He had nothing to declare, nothing. Traveled with his tennis racket because he's a coach, and a few things in his bag. Nothing to declare, returning home to his homeland. The custom officer took away a bottle of cologne from him, a small bottle, one bottle of cologne. That this is commercial goods. You know, they said, "Don't know who to frighten." Should have been me. I want to know what you do with that bottle of cologne, and I want it back. And if you don't give me back, I'm going to make sure when I come out, you're going to pay back for that cologne, because you took it away from this young man. You took advantage of him. It's like a scammer. I bet you your cologne is at home. Did you sign it? Did you turn it into customs there and put it in an office? I want to see that log book. I want to make sure it's not at your yard and you using it. That's what I want to make sure. One bottle of cologne. I'm so upset, you see. My wife asked me to breathe. That's why I'm not saying certain things that I need to say. I'm trying to hold my corner. And then he went further. When he opened his bag, 3 bags of chocolate chip cookies. Each bag have 12 cookies in it. Chocolate chip cookies, yes. Me never say ganja. Me never say anything illegal. Me never say knife. Me never say nothing. Me say chocolate chip cookies. Remember, I'm coming from Canada, you know, Winnipeg flight. So that passed through already and come on the plane. So it is not illegal. And he got to customs here, Norman Manley International Airport. Red line, 2:30 flight Friday, September 12th, coming from Winnipeg. Not many flights came from Winnipeg, so you can study that. That's coming from Canada. And took away the boys 3 little bag of chocolate chip cookie that him bring in for him auntie, himself, and him friend. The man say, he sell him, I go sell them. This can't.
Bear with it, will soon come back up. He unknowingly paused it, but it will come back up soon. But I'm sure a lot of you.
I'm going to ask the customs officer out there to send me a report. You can get me on TikTok. My email is there. My phone number is there. My name is there. I'm not hiding from you. You can hide from me. I'm not hiding from you. I want you to send me a report saying that it is illegal to bring in 3 little bags of chocolate chip cookies and 1 bottle, a small cologne the man I travel with. And I want to tell me what you did with those chocolate chip cookies and what and if burn him in a car. It really upset me. I want to know how much times a day you do this, how much people you do it to. That's what I want to know. And what do you do with it after? Do you share it between all of you? Do you take it home? Do you log it and burn it? What do you do with it? Because it is not illegal. It is not a contraband. It's nothing. It is below the $500 limit. And I'm going to ask again because I'm going to send this to the minister, the prime minister. I'm going to put it on TikTok, IG, Facebook, and don't be surprised if it don't go on radar tomorrow and TVJ. I want to know what was illegal and why you had to take away the poor boy 3 little bag of chocolate chip cookie that he must bring in for him family, and then take him 1 little bottle of cologne. That's what I want to know. So I'll say it again. Flight coming from Winnipeg, Friday, September 12th. Norman Manley International Airport, Red Lane. A gentleman, a customs man.
It's a recording being played. It's a video.
Took away this poor fella. But you know them say when you're young, you're afraid. But Duppy know who to frighten. It should have been me in that line. It should have been me. I tell you, it should have been me in that line. And I'm coming to that line soon again. And I'm going to bring the same chocolate chip cookies. And I'm going to bring a cologne. And I want you to try to take it away. That's what I want you to try. And I'm only sorry that he did not document it on camera. So that's my rant today. And I hope this will get to the right place. And that person will tell me that I am wrong. And this is why he had to take it away.
I'm sure most of us, or a lot of us, Jamaicans, have those horrible experiences with our custom or baggage people, or all of them just want to scam you or make a dash off you. And some of them will go at any length, but especially the custom officers. Custom officers regularly thief with things at airport illegally. Seize with things at airport illegally just for them own gain. Not that it's anything illegal we're carrying, not that it's anything above the financial threshold we're carrying, but just because them thief and long eye. And that's something where we as Jamaicans need to stand up against at our custom, because too much of it, too much of ripping us off. The same way one of my friends go down the way there, and one of the airport staff tried to rip her off $300 US. $300 US. And she do everything for my friend never pay it by credit card. But my friend decided, said, no, I am not paying cash. I'm using my credit card. And my friend protest and get back our money, because these people are just rip-offs. Them see you come down with a phone, them find a reason to seize it, so you come for one phone, one dege phone. And them can tell you, say, a carrier carrying one phone for sale. all because they want to steal it. And it's our people doing it to us. Because for those of us who travel, we know how they treat white people at our airport. They don't even question them. Immigration are not meant to question us when we are coming into Jamaica as Jamaican residents. But we them stop and question. When white people just show them passport and pass through, many of us have that experience with our immigrations at airport. When are the white people, the foreigners, them should stop and question them. They don't do that. They just walk through so. And they interrogate us. Our own black people, you know, interrogate us at airport. Right across. A lot of black people, a lot of Jamaicans can tell you this. From those who are the customer service desk when you're when you're coming in, immigration, custom, baggage people, it's a horrible treatment we get as returning Jamaicans. When you're going back as well, you get a horrible treatment from those at the desk. The best treatment you get when you travel at Jamaica is when you go upstairs the escalator and reach to the plane gate, them and so on. Them people, they may always find them manageable. But you see the rest of them, agan dog. Literally agan dog. When we come to Jamaica as Jamaicans, is literally agan dog treatment we get from these airport authority, whether it be immigration, custom, the baggage people, them, the customer service desk people, them. We get very horrible experience from them. And I wish the relevant authorities, but then again, Pika. Pika and the old man, the old wicked liar man there. We don't have a good experience when we are travel. We only come our country because we love our country. But the experience would turn a lot of us away. Especially with some custom people. Oh God. The one them in a custom when they want thief with things them. They tell you the treatment harsh. And you see if you turn up to them, then just scatter out your suitcase so and just walk well left you. These are the things why our country not improve. There's no customer service when Jamaican people are dealing with us. No form of customer service. Jamaica is the only place you can go where you go see employees were meant to serve you, tap and answer their mobile phone. These are the things why our country is not progressing. Because a whole heap of people would want to come invest in Jamaica when they see the attitude of Jamaican people and Jamaican workers. It is off-putting. But then again, does our country have example? There is a video been going around, and since as we've been doing the Brown Man story, Fanny Tart till now, there's a video been going around. No, let us go to the bad road demonstration by taxi operators first. Then
come from. We want road. Today we do something. Today. I want a 28 year. Come here, come on. A 28 year now. You like taxi business, like worst condition and the road is up. The foundation for the road. Well, sometimes we don't even know where the patrol them come from. We don't know where they come from because you boom and your motor vehicle bottom. And guess what? As they take up one extra person, like police them charge you. And guess what? We want to take a front end pass. We can't take this no more.
yeah, I wonder how, now that the Prime Minister has won his third term, I wonder how Spark and Reach will now progress around the country, because the progression has been slow when it comes to Spark and Reach, has it not? So now that the Prime Minister securing third term, and him already budget out the how much $1 billion worth, about $45 billion. We are hoping that now that the Prime Minister secure his third term, that Reach and Spark can progress, because Reach and Spark, or the lack of maintenance or the disrepair and the breakdown of our roads is a consequence of a lot of our accidents. So we hope that Reach and Spark can progress now and move at a faster pace, so that the Prime Minister now have to come back to it, come declare our roadways as a national disaster and a national emergency. We're only hoping that when the Prime Minister swear in, he can get to work. And you know, the Prime Minister always say, we have heard your cry. We know that you want your road, your water, and we have not forget those, Prime Minister. Like literally, we don't forget about them. But the story of Brown Man keep going here, there, you know where it could go. Let us listen to another angle of the Brown Man story. Some of you would have heard it before, but because we have followed this story from the very day, then egg, $200, that, so on and so forth.
Brown man work when to for a living is to sell gun and sell shot. That's how we him do. Brown man have three somebody we work with. We work with him rather. Zine.
There's a vibrating sound in this thing, and I'm a cast.
You see the Eggman, when the Eggman they are road and him do him source, and if he know nobody want no strap, I want no shot, he make the link to Brown man.
Fresh
so
drop.
him basically now it take the orders for Brown man. In that get the buyers them for Brown man. That's how we Eggman do. The other two man where they put that porous, I same thing them do. And four of them in a one linkage. You understand? Alright. You see either two are porous, but I tell you what them they do. Them get a piece of money to get 2 guns from Brown man and some rounds. Them take the money from the person who want the rounds, right? And take the gun and the shot from Brown man and I'll give Brown man the money. Tell the Brown man say I feed them linkage and the man soon pay. You understand? Them end up start wild out Brown man. Like off them phone, now give Brown man no call, now take no call or nothing. Brown man wake up in the morning and in dirt them. So when you hear them I say the man killed 2 man pan him way, no. He killed the 2 man day before he come back a Mandeville. You know, innocent Curly. You see, the Eggman now, the Eggman take an order for a gun and some shot. The Eggman father live above Brown man. Brown power like a little semicircle, like it's like a little it's an apartment, but it's like a semicircle apartment. So his father live on the other side. That's the Eggman father live on the other side. The Eggman father take some rounds for Brown man too. You understand? And pay Brown man the money and tell Brown man say the money soon come in our team same linkage. In son, which is the Eggman now, him do the same thing with Brown man. Him take the money and take the gun and the shot from brown man and say a team linkage them, he soon come. But what the Eggman do, Eggman whip a hotel, 1 week at a hotel with my co-worker and wife and the whole family at Ritz-Carlton Hotel. And you know, so Ritz-Carlton Hotel for the entire week, I don't know, normal money. So when brown man hear about it, you see, he call him and the Sykes. Brown man a call on him phone and he not take no call from brown man. You understand? He not take no call from brown. He have the voice note in on his phone where brown man send him and I tell him say style me, a idiot to take me for and my money you take and gone pan cruise. Eggman lock off his phone. Tell me I tell you what go on. With transparent come
Hold on, I have to ask Nedball a question. Where is the custom seas? What pack a better pack curry? Let me understand if I that you say. Because it's with outer space now.
and the wife mouth. Understand? When Eggman come back after the vacation, you know, make no linkage with Brown Man. You understand? But because they're my friend and Brown Man know him will like hang out spot them and know spot him and deliver egg.
Fresh
The Tuesday
drop.
man when he come up, Brown Man know exactly what him going to do in drop off them a morning time. So when he come up, see him and they ride on the one place upon Caledonia Road. I ride away upon one man to deliver some egg. And this a brown man go feed him. And walk brown man walk and go feed him. Right this up. And so brown man pump the shot them in 9 chest. The egg man now when he get the whole shot him in 9 chest, brown man run off. The egg man taking phone and panning way my drive him I try head to the hospital, you know. In call a car dealer guy by the name of Sean and tell Sean say Dave, which is the brown man, just shoot him up. He said my try to head to the hospital. But Twin gets so much shot when he reach pan Caledonia Road that head and fit up on the 1 inch one straight way there so in collide in a one liar man Prado van. You understand? So at the car dealer guy when him Sean, him call the police them and tell the policeman say, Dave, which is brown man, just shoot up Eggman and tell him exactly which part Dave live. So when the police them go a brown man yard, right, for reason with him, he just start pump shot and this everything starts. You understand? So they hear people that talk about brown man and the brown man is not a man like this away we keep friend. I have friends where in garden restaurant go buy fish per weekend, and when the man they buy big fish with 3,000, like 5,000 they throw down, and I call it back not change. So brown man no short of money, and I know $200 nothing like that. All 4 man we see in the drop out the whole of them a bad man them. The whole of them is bad man. None of them not innocent. Me not saying it is good to take a life, you know. But you're supposed to remember, say, enter here do things like them there, and you mess wrong with a man money. They must know so wicked things are gonna happen. And like he know, Eggman know, and he's been avoiding brown man. Now take brown man call now do nothing. You understand? As so brown man knows say him take the money. And brown man get that intel say the money when collect for the gun, I eating take and gone on cruise. You understand? So I did so I saw it start. I don't know, $200 or $1,200 I lose nothing like that. You hear me? I tell you, brother. So at that time, story, everybody I can talk about 2 egg. No, actually, they see the egg in the care back. Yes, the man sell egg, you know. And you sell egg to cover up the activity away and do. You understand? So that is what I sham. So they know innocent curly. So that's why they didn't get dead. They take the man money and taking strap under style and disrespect the man. I say man put penny status and him say I time to separate man from boys and don't really take this disrespect.
And this is a fresh drop, baby.
Wow, what a story. But one thing you see, when a person is lying, unless it's a very, very good liar, they tend to be all over the place with a story. But his story kind of have a straight order to follow in his explanation. He wasn't confused of the story that he's been telling, or him not all over the place with it. Not saying it's not a fairy tale, not saying it's not a lie or whatever, but the story sound connected. Sound like a connected story. And it's more believable than the $200 and the egg. No. But my question though, was the security services aware of Brown Man's activity prior to the debacle of last week? And a further question we can ask, given the country we live in, is there any member of the security services or indeed politicians that are a part of Brown Man's world? We have to ask those questions, because we know this is how our society is run. Politicians and gunmen and security services, they're all a bunch of friends. We cannot say that is not a common knowledge in our country. So we have to ask the question, was the security services aware of Brown Man? Or does members of the security services have surreptitious dealings with Brown Man? It is a question that we must ask. Given the Jamaica that we live in, the politicians that we have, the police we have, like Dr. Kevin Blake and others, and the Minister of National Security we have, like Dr. Chang, who shipped a whole container of AK-47s into our country. I wonder who armed Brown Man so well. I wonder who would help or assist in arming Brown Man so well. Because he was armed to the teeth, was he not? You mean members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, you have not had any intelligence on Brown Man and his activities prior to last week? Members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, you have no intelligence whatsoever on Brown Man prior to last week development? Is that what we should believe? And then we're being told of all these intelligence technologies and robust and old boss? Is that what we should believe, that this is just something that has become knowledgeable to our security services? If Brown Man was carrying out such activity, you have got no intelligence? It means that you haven't got a good working relationship with the people on the ground, members of the constabulary force? No, sir. How much of Brown Man is still there that you are not aware of? If members of the constabulary force, with all of their goody two shoes and new things that they have you have no intelligence on Brown Man? None at all? It just pop up just so? Because this story with the armory of Brown Man connected together, rather than the $200 short of the dozen egg, or how much ever egg Brown Man wanted. And the Jamaica Constabulary Force are saying, now that we saw the level of arsenal that brown man had. The Jamaica Constabulary Force had no intelligence on him. I wonder if there's any members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force surreptitiously involved with brown man activity, or if brown man has been assisted by any politician on both sides of the fence. Our brown man is just a law unto him own self. So, not saying the story is true, but given how it all happened, it kind of makes sense. I wonder if members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force would be able to update us on their investigation as to what went down. Gonna give us a press conference explaining nothing, you know. Gonna give you one press conference explaining nothing. Maybe we need to know if these loss of life were innocent or there were contributory factors to their loss of life. That would be relevant for us. But JCF, no intelligence about brown man just pluck up out of this sky. So see Ned Ball said, customer sees one pack of better pack curry. This is how low our officials in Jamaica are. Them thieves sound like a petty things. When we turn up at airport, on a thief sound like a petty things. With airport authority and those at custom want to clear barrels, but them people they need to dragged up. They are scammers. They are scammers. They're thieves. And to top it off, they have no customer service experience. Nobody not train them. Nobody not oversee them because everybody unleash on us to make an extra buck. We cannot continue with customer immigration like that in Jamaica. We, the people of Jamaica, we shouldn't be facing the brute force of immigration, customer service, and baggage people. It's too much. Debbie, and how you do? It's way too much. At times, the customs stop steal us at airport when we come in at the country. Yes, we know so no hungry. We know say a pittance on our work for given the hard work on our do, but it's not our fault. Someone don't even cuss we when we are stand up phone. And yes, we want to forget good minimum wage. But do you understand the backlash what could come from a $32,000 minimum wage given the economy where we in a way the flat economy where we in a way need a dive nor improve, it need a go down or it to come up? Do you understand the price hike where you would experience if the Prime Minister were to do that in the state that the economy is in? Do you understand the danger to your employment? Do you understand the danger to small and medium businesses in the current economy that we have? The Prime Minister says it, but does the Prime Minister means it is another question. And if the Prime Minister means it, will the Prime Minister be able to implement it in line with inflation so you can feel it? The Prime Minister fool you know, and use 2 stones. 1 stone kill 2 birds. Because the same 32 minimum wage, he's going to use it against you in the next general election. Because he's going to chickle raise it now. And then when it coming up to the election, he's going to bloat it up and use it against you again. But match it to food price, no? And see if you really feel it. I wanna so no want away when I go get. But cafe say them not take part in any election observation again. Are you saying you're all a weak heart? That the one time the Prime Minister asks you to change a statement, or the one time you end up in a media debacle because you don't have to take a blame in this cafe because the information been out there swirling around for days. The information been out there swirling around for days. You never had problem with it until Gospel Brown have problem with it. So to come and tell us no, when you now go get involved in an election observation again, what is your purpose? Want to form these talking shop, citizens action for free and fair election. Nobody in Jamaica don't have no backbone to stand up for anything. I mean, as the government has a hissy fit, on just cave in so. No, sir. Everybody turn but against sun.
Commission of Jamaica and Citizens Action for Free and Fair Elections Cafe continue to be at loggerheads over statements relating to the recent general election. Nakinsky Robinson reports.
The day after the election, CAFE reported that in 21% of polling stations monitored, persons who were still in line at the close of voting at 5 p.m. were not allowed to cast their ballots. The Electoral Commission rejected that claim and called on CAFE to withdraw its statement that voters were disenfranchised. But the chair of CAFE, Grace Baston, is contending that the group's statement on the matter was clear.
We had volunteers in about 400 and some polling stations. Of that number, we were reporting on what 2/3 of them had said. That's about 300. Of that 300, 21% mentioned this irregularity. We were crystal clear that we're just reporting it because it came this way. And with all the other irregularities, we would investigate. That's what we have done all the time. Sometimes observers aren't clear about what they see. And so we need to do that. Now, these are volunteers. It took me 3 or 4 days to pin people down because I'm doing this through parish coordinators because it was several people. And then we're very clear in our statement to say, even in these irregularities, they're so small that they wouldn't materially affect the outcome of the elections. We go on to commend the EOJ for their job.
In a strongly worded statement yesterday, the ECJ said the statement by CAFE is false and tarnishes the results of the poll as well as the reputation of the organization. It added that no such report was made by any official of the Electoral Office of Jamaica, political party, or accredited international observer. Mrs. Baston, who was speaking on Radio Jamaica's Beyond the Headlines on Wednesday, said CAFE won't observe the elections in the future unless there is a written agreement to prevent issues experienced during the September 3 general election. CAFE says 4% of the polling stations reported on indicated that volunteers were not allowed to view the preliminary count.
We had instances of our volunteers, first of all, being told they can't come in, they are to stay outside and only come in for 15 minutes, and then at the close of poll, no, you step outside, you're not sworn, you can't watch. We had it. But because it was 5%, which was down from before, I mean, Dion, we've had this conversation so many times that we're beginning to say, without an MOU, we're not going to do another set of elections with this. Some kind of formal...
The jellybackism from these organizations. What's your point then? What's your point? Because if you don't believe in pushing against pushing back. What's your point? If they push back and then you just decide to cave in, Grace Baston, what is your point? Because my bigger part of this issue is the story has been out there for days. And Grace Baston didn't come up and tell anybody she was being misrepresented, misquoted, taken out of context, or whatever. Now that the government run the electoral commission has a problem with it, then Miss Baston out here bite up herself. Oh, we're not going to do it again if they're calling our name. So what's your point then? We not only create these organizations to have title and position for yourself without any meaning of standing up and fight for the Jamaican people. It's just about your all fancy title and your all media interview and all of that, because I don't have no backbone to stand up. What's your point? Is my question. Why you don't dismantle the whole thing then? The talking shop of us as a people, without any action. This is why we leaders can make some decision that we know it's going to affect us, but we just go along to get along because none of us have any backbone. I mean, if we can line up and collect donut for an injection or KFC for your votes, where do you think we're going? Donut for an injection, KFC for your votes, and you think we're going somewhere? You think we are going somewhere when it's about donuts and KFC? Jamaica people, you see the longer on stay in that fuckery is the worse it's going to be for generations to come. You see, this discipline problem we have in our school is a consequence of society. It's not a consequence of our children to failing to follow rule. Our children are being brought up into a society, into a lawless society that none of us, up to the Prime Minister, follows the rule. Children live what they learn. If you want our education system to have a turnaround, then society must have more morals as when we were growing up. The community and the home must pay more attention to children as when we were growing up. The village doesn't raise the child in Jamaica anymore, does it? The village in Jamaica does not raise the child anymore. But that same village, though, want to place the whole responsibility of discipline and that child, which that village fail to raise. Make it make sense, Jamaica. Make it make sense. Church fail, school fail, security service fail. Everything is just a failure. That's why we're not progressing. That's why we're not progressing. Them destroy our education and we just stay silent to it. Government come and use our resources. They steal it. They inflate their salary. And we are dull silent as lamb to the slaughter. Go along to get along. Change only will come when a people decide enough is enough. When a people decide that this direction is not progressive. Whether the Prime Minister stole the election or the people stole their participatory democracy, it is the direction we have been given. 5 more years of the most corrupt and crooked prime minister, a prime minister that failed on all limb of integrity, a prime minister which is in front of the court with the integrity body, a prime minister where his former member of cabinet is going on trial for stealing from the public purse, is the direction chosen by Jamaica. We respect on the decision. That don't say, though, we're going to stay silent to it, should we? I, for one, certainly will not. Every day we'll be out here knocking the old pan, reminding you all that this is a criminal presiding over our country. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning. We will not glorify Andrew Holness with a broadcast this evening on his violation of the Constitution. Certainly not. We will find better and other things to do. So have yourself a wonderful afternoon. May I go get a fresh air out the door. And please do join us back tonight for the People's Point of View. If you're new to the program and all platforms you're watching, please give us a subscription or a follow. So when we go live, you certainly will get our notification. Thank you very much for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone and it pick a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat and not press the poor. Make God what I seen to. Big man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Big man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. Big man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out and sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You want throw a stone and then bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw a stone and then bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, big him and Joe one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big him and Joe one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman Joe one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Ladybug, just to answer your question before I go, yes, my wounds, the healing are coming on well internally, because you know when they heal, even when the outside heal and when you feel them, you can feel a hard lump around the area. Those have started to have that normal feeling, and like there was a my lower abdomen didn't have a normal feeling after the operation. That has come back now. So I know that internally the healing is also progressing. But because of me and my water dislike or my water intolerant, anytime it don't too hot, I became dehydrated and Saturday and became very unwell, but I'm much better now. Thank you. Anyway, everyone, thank you very much and goodbye.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.